Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin, all across Nigeria. Information that will 24 News Radio TV. From Abuja to Lagos, Sokoto to Port Harcourt, Enugu to Ilorin, all across Nigeria, we bring you news and information that will make your day. We are news. We are 24 News Radio TV.
A lovely evening to you, and thanks for joining us on the news update on 24 News Radio and Television. My name is Grace Nwafo. The presidency has dismissed claims by the 2023 presidential candidate of the New Nigeria People's Party, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso, that the North has been neglected under President Bola Tinubu's administration. The presidency also stated that several critical projects and programs are currently underway in the region. So, during the stakeholders dialogue on the 25 constitutional amendment in Kano, resources were increasingly tilted towards the southern region, resulting in deepening poverty and insecurity across the north. He lamented the deplorable condition of federal roads in the northern state, recounting how a cancelled flight forced him to travel by road from Abuja to Kano via Kaduna, a journey he described as hell due to the bad road conditions. Reacting through a post on X, the special advisor to the president on media and public communications, Sunday Dare, challenged Kwankwaso's assertions. He outlined major infrastructure, health, energy, and agricultural projects being implemented across northern states to buttress the government commitment. Dare noted that some ongoing federal projects include the Abuja-Kaduna-Kano Expressway, the Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway, and the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline, among others. A new policy document on non-state schools launched by the Federal Ministry of Education last week has pegged the entry age for people seeking admission into junior secondary schools after completing 6 years of primary education at 12. Speaking on the age of enrollment, the Federal Ministry of Education said nursery education shall be of 3 years duration. On the age of enrollment for junior secondary schools, the policy clearly states that basic education shall be of 9 years duration. Also, there shall be a 6-year primary and a 3-year junior secondary school, JSS. Children shall be admitted into primary 1 when they attain the age of 6 years. If this new policy is followed to the letter, it implies that Nigerian learners would attain the rightful age of 18 before being qualified for entrance into higher institutions. Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno has restated his administration's commitment to providing and advancing qualitative education in the state. The governor said this while commissioning the newly established model primary school, Ikot Ison, in Etinon local government area of the state. Eno, who was represented by his political advisor, Prince Godwin Ude, described the government's investment in education as exceptional. He called on teachers to uphold their roles with diligence and urged the chairman of the council and stakeholders to maintain the school's top-tier facilities. The governor also highlighted other impactful projects in the area, including the newly launched Ibom Paint Factory, as symbols of sustainable development. The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Niger State in curbing the spread of cholera, which has now affected 16 local government areas across the state. Reports say a total of 409 cases had been recorded with 13 fatalities, most of them children, as at Thursday, July 24, 2025. The chief of UNICEF's Kaduna Field Office, Gerida Birukila, has led a delegation on assessment visit to the isolation unit at Idris Ibrahim Kuta Primary Health Care Center in Mina. She disclosed that UNICEF was alerted to the outbreak weeks ago and promptly responded by supplying medical consumables to aid the state's response. Bureau Killer, while expressing concern over the case, pledged continued collaboration with the state government to control further spread. The House of Representatives Committee on Petroleum Resources Downstream has launched the probe into the NNPCL acquisition of OVH Energy Marketing's downstream assets and refinery upgrade. The chairman of the committee, Mr. Ikenga Imo Gochinyere, noted that the measure was necessitated by the rejection of the initial report on the issue by the House of Representatives. The Imo-born lawmaker explained that the absence of critical facts informed the decision by the House to reject the initial report, just as he called on the general public and stakeholders to come forth with their submissions on the matter. The lawmaker assured that any individual found to have acted inappropriately, either through direct wrongdoing or failure in oversight, will be identified, and appropriate recommendations will be made in the best interest of the nation. This is still the news update on 24 News Radio and Television. More stories to come your way from the foreign scene after this break. Do stay with us. Glad to know that you're still there. If you're just joining us, this is the news update on 24 News Radio and Television. Over now to the foreign scene. Thailand's leader has warned that clashes between Thailand and Cambodia, which have killed at least 16 people and displaced tens of thousands in both countries, could move towards war. Acting Prime Minister Puntam added that the fighting now included heavy weapons and has spread to 12 locations along the border. Thailand also accused Cambodia of firing into civilian areas and evacuated all villages deemed to be within the radius of its rocket. Cambodia, for its part, accused Thailand of using cluster munitions, an allegation which Thailand has not responded to. Meanwhile, Thailand's foreign minister informed newsmen that there was no need for third-party mediation in the conflict, even as global leaders appealed for an immediate ceasefire. Thousands of UK doctors launched a 5-day strike early Friday after talks with the Labour government for a new pay increase failed to reach a deal. Doctors were out on picket lines outside hospitals after negotiations with the government went down the wire late Thursday without reaching an accord. The move comes after the doctors accepted a pay rise offer totaling 22.3% over 2 years in September, soon after Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Labour Party took over power. And from the world of sports, Super Falcons coach Justin Madugu is confident that the 9-time champions are in good position to reclaim the WAFCON title as they prepare to face host Morocco in the final on Saturday. Nigeria go up against host Morocco at the Olympic Stadium in Rabat in what has been labeled as the most anticipated match of the 13th WAFCON, a clash of the dominant power and one of the emerging powers of women's football on the continent. Saturday's fixture will mark Nigeria's 10th WAFCON final, and they are yet to lose a final tournament in 1998, mission of ruling the continent for the 10th time. And that is a wrap on the news update on 24 News Radio and Television. My name is Grace Nwafo. Do have a lovely evening.
News Radio TV.